Hello everyone, how are we all doing? 8 people in 5, like that's not bad considering this is a very early debrief from we're talking about the game at the weekend, which wasn't great for us really. Started well and played well and had a good one, but apart from that, it's silly mistakes at the back that costing us. We gone early tonight on the stream because I'm absolutely shattered. I've been up since 4 and I was starting to flag on the sofa, which ain't good. Evening, evening, Danny FWC. How you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Hope you're both good. But yeah, the weekend game, it was... We started well. We played some really good football. We did play some good football and we looked promising. It looked like there was going to be our game, this game. And it's one of those ones where you look at it and you go, are we actually going to be able to have a game where we play really well and come away with the points? Because the problem that we are starting to see with us right now is that clean sheets are something we've not had since Stoke. And that's, I think, the 21st of December. Ian Dave, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. And we've not had a clean sheet since like since Stoke. And that's not good. We need to have more clean sheets. And the amount of things that we tend to bugger up to a point is that kind of thing, because we let teams back in. We either go behind and let teams start well, or if we take the lead, we let teams come back in. And it's a concern because we should have a better back line than that. But the back line have been so unsettled this season. As a whole, the back line had just there's not been a settled back line, I don't think, all season. The only thing that's been the same is James Beadle being in net. And yeah, it's our own mistakes that does it. You look at both goals we conceded. It just, the first one, Josh has tried to play it forward to get us on the counter. It's not worked because he kicked it and it goes in. And the second one, just a bad bit of not being able to clear the ball fast enough. But I will say this, the goal Valerie took was fantastic. Really good. He got 2 in many games recently, but him going off injury is a big concern. So is Iorfa. So we're sweating on their injury stuff. I'll probably say I'm about a 7, maybe a 6. Maybe I'm knackered. It's been a very long day, and the snow hasn't helped either. So it's been one of those ones where there's been a lot going on today, and it was a snow day for my kids. So she didn't have to go in, so we had to change things up a little bit at home. But she's had fun in snow. Little and a little bit too young to go in it yet. Did try him in it, but yeah, he's just not there yet for it. But the thing is, you look at the game as a whole. You look at possession. You look at how he played. Everything was there, and we're going to get onto Ugbo penalty in a minute, but Ugbo in general, for me, I don't think he had a bad game. He got into really good positions. Yes, he pulled his shot wide. Yes, his link-up play between other people was really good. And I think you look at that link-up play, you look at how he's getting into the right positions, you look at how he's trying to make base. The problem is, because he's coming for a lot of money in a Sheffield Wednesday terms of thing, and he's not good yet, everyone is looking at it as a waste of value and that he's rubbish and he's not doing very well. And you can tell the lad is very much a confident player. He liked to play when he got confidence. You can tell that. And he's looking better. And I agree with you, Danny. He's looking better. He's starting to look a lot sharper. And it's just like, I do feel once that goal comes for him, it'll be the catalyst for him a little bit to help him and get that monkey off his back. And I think you get it a lot with strikers. Strikers, if they don't get a goal early on in their new career, a new club, I think it affects them more. I think it takes a bit more of them going, I know what I'm doing. Like, you look at when he took the penalty. It's not the run pump man. Because Franny Jeffers came in, and the reason why Franny Jeffers didn't work, he was injured all the time. It was nothing to do with his ability. He was injured. He was a crock when we got Franny Jeffers in. And also with Franny Jeffers, we didn't have a try before you buy. With with him, we've had a try before you buy, so we've seen what he can do. Franny Jeffers, we hadn't seen what he could do. We've always known that there was a player in Franny Jeffers, but we've never seen it properly. With Ugbo, we at least tried him before we got him in. I think that's the difference with it. You're a one bigs. What's up? How things? Sick of people bad mouthing Ugbo now. He is a bully or form of it. How low to bully someone. Must be probably unless to bully someone. Maybe he needs therapy. I think he needs a bit of help. Yeah. I mean that we're waiting ages for the first goal. Yeah. I think when he gets that first goal, it'll get the monkey off his back. And I generally think that'll help him. The problem at the minute is it's getting that first goal. And it's just so hard for him to just get it. And I thought the idea of taking the penalty, it was a risk and not a risk goal at the same time. Because he scores it, he gets his confidence up, he might bag another one or two. But because he guided it and you look at how he took the penalty, for me, it looked like he changed his mind as he takes it. Like, I generally think you look at it, when he takes the penalty, he kind of changes his mind on the run-up. I think he decided to go one way, he changes it. I hope Ugbo has scored, to be fair. Let's face it, last 12 others than Saturday. I just don't think he's had more than 20 on the pitch. Yeah, he has scored this season, but it's cup games. It's all cup games. We don't really have reserve team football, though, Steve. We don't have reserve team football. You're either going into the under-21s, and then what does that do for him? Kind of thing. Like it's like you look at it. You look at what he's doing. He's doing everything right at set scoring. What will the confident get 100%? You see it in the academy, I see it all the time. We'd prefer being the third decision. Yeah, exactly. We haven't had, and even Sheckham, how you doing, mate? If we hadn't had Ugbo, we would have been back facing Wrexham, Birmingham, your Burtons, your Rotherhams. And the thing is, I think people just need to let it come for him because it will come good, but getting on his back ain't going to help him. And I thought the crowd at Hillsborough was fantastic. Like, generally, I thought the crowd at Hillsborough, when it wasn't going his way, and it felt a bit bad for him, they did the right thing. They did the right thing by singing his name, showing that they're not thinking about it. But you can tell the weight it goes on for a goal, you can see. Look at Rashford, same happening. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it definitely. Footballers play with confidence. And some are able to do their own confidence. They're able to play on that confidence. They always have a bit of confidence to do right. In GFWC, how you doing, mate? 20 people watching, 7 likes. Get those likes up, people. And I think you look at how Danny playing him. I think he's found a way of him playing now, which is good. But you look at some of the balls that we put into the box, they're where he should be. Like, it's where he should be in terms of getting in position. We've got to wait until next season get going. He wasn't there in pre-season. Look at Jackson from Chelsea. I agree, Liz. I think there is a bit of that, yeah. You look at Jackson, much better player this season, has a pre-season, looks okay, yeah. He's not, unless you've got something official, mate, until your site officially says that he's a Santos player, he's still a Sheffield Wednesday player. I've had this all day, and I've had it with talking about pre-contract stuff. If you has got a pre-contract with him, and it's done and it's signed and sealed, why haven't your club announced it? If there's a pre-contract agreed, why has it not been announced? Until you're holding that up, and it's on your website, I ain't going to believe it, kind of thing. For me, the Josh Windass thing's interesting, and it's like if he got a pre-contract, by the way, why are you trying to buy him now? That makes no sense. Why are you trying to buy him now if you've got a pre-contract agreed for him? Surely you're just going to wait until end of our season and he can come halfway through. Something doesn't add up with it. Something doesn't add up with it all. And Josh said there've been contact, but he didn't say that he'd agreed to anything. He's not going to go nowhere, I don't think. I can't see it. Young family going to Brazil, I don't see it. In all, unbeaten, that's good. We are resilient and hard to beat. Once we're both got going, could be a new season, especially with the run toward the end of the season. Playoff push, hopefully. We need defenders. We need defender green fingers. I don't know. I've heard stuff that I've heard rumors, one with 10, one with 5, one with 500k. I've heard so many different rumors. Even then, look at the MLF player Blackburn tried to say, I think there's a thing. I think you look at it, it's interesting. I think it's that whole thing with me at the minute with everything that's going on. And we'll talk about the Windass thing in a minute because it's interesting that. Because it's not the first time we've had stuff from that manager to try and get Josh out of it, out of Wednesday. Now, I think the bit that was concerning for me was when he said a player out of contract on Total Sport. I was pretty damn sure he had a one-on-one deal. Because I'm pretty damn sure it was the years that were causing the issue that were nearly making him go to West Brom at the time, because they offered him 2 years, where we only offered him I think we only offered him a year, but I think we got an option on top of that. So it's interesting. Could do with going Premier League, hunting for young defenders. I agree. And the thing is, Josh is in banging good form, and there's always going to be speculation. But Santos and Brazil wasn't on my bingo card this year. Like, generally, I wasn't expecting that at all. Now, I'll wait and see to see if anything gets announced, because if he'd agreed, they would have put something on our socials and our page, and Santos would have put something on their socials and their page. It would be interesting. I kind of don't see it, personally. Ian and Jacob, how you doing, mate? But we'll see. The thing is, for us, if we can get the right defensive cover in, then fantastic. But let's just talk about a minute. Gabriel Ottavio goal. What a calm goal. And the way he rallied the fans and got the fan behind him and got the fan to not like make him over celebrate and go, no, the game's not done. We still got so much to do. I haven't said they're not, Davy. I've not said Santos isn't a giant club in Brazil. I said that in my videos. If you've seen my videos, I've mentioned that they are a very big club in Brazil. I get that. But at the same time, you're going welcome Josh Windass when there's been nothing agreed and nothing on your socials. Until you get a social saying it, that it's agreed and it's on your website, then I'll go, okay, gone. But until there's something, we've rejected it today, apparently. So I'm not saying Santos isn't a big club. And I've had it all this weekend, every person from Brazil going, we're a bigger club than you. We got this. I get that. But I'm looking at it as a player who just had a very young family, who only got married this year and stuff. So Brazilian players play for Brazilian clubs, who knew? Yeah, pretty much. So I get what you're saying, and you have made some great players, don't get me wrong. But I will say it again, until it's on your socials. If he's signed a pre-contract agreement, shouldn't it already be announced on your socials? If a bid came in, how much would you take? I'd take 5-6 million for him. Personally, in the form he's in, 5-6 million, that gives us enough money to try and do a January transfer window. Kind of thing. That would give us enough to try and do something in the January window. I say 5-6 million. But I don't see that. But England play better place to play football. We've got the best league in the world. I think it could be interesting. Let's see what happens. The Josh Windass thing. It's not the first time he's had the talk about going to South America. And he has said in the past, he will possibly go to South America if he got the opportunity. That was before he was married, and that was before he had a kid. Things change. Football's a very fast-paced game. So we will see how it goes. But everything happens for a reason. You're going to the Forum on 50. I didn't get tickets, mate. I didn't get tickets. I tried to get tickets, but no, I didn't get tickets. Didn't get a chance to. Don't know if I'll be able to go anyway. With how long they are. For me, it will be getting back. That would be a shame. Let's him dig go. Any guesses who could replace him with? I'm not sure. I don't know who you would replace him with. I generally don't know. Let me have a look here. Yeah, I saw that earlier, DJ. Think they'll... No, I don't think they'll stream it, mate. They've never streamed it in the past. If you're going to keep up to date with the 15th of January fan forum, I generally think it's going to be keeping up on Twitter updates or from Alex Miller or Rob Datton or someone like that. I don't know who you will replace him with, to be honest with you, Steve. That's the sticking point for me, because I haven't got a clue who will come into it. Nothing really, but with things that have been said recently, I don't know if we're going to get anything until Chansiri is in the country. I think once Chansiri is in the country, I then think you get taught a little bit more transfer news. But the problem is there, maybe some of our targets might have already gone, and that's the issue I have there with it, because if your targets are already gone, you've been too late. And I think that's the thing. Danny wants to talk to him to find out what targets they can go for, instead of having to scramble around on deadline day. I feel like there's the lack of communication is Danny trying to get in touch with DC to get a conversation going. They've had words about having the players they want to bring in October, because there was a piece that said about it, about him saying that he has spoken to DC about who he wanted to bring in and stuff like that. Chancellor messes up again. It does feel like it. Yeah, Danny likes to get things early, but that's the proper football club. A proper football club has a transfer policy and who the targets are going for from the 1st of January. They don't wait until the owner's in the country. Chansiri is well known for dragging his heels a little bit and doing things till last minute. Ian and Barry, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. We're going a bit early tonight because I'm just absolutely shattered. I've had a very, very long day, so that's the reason for the earlier stream. Just one of those days I've been up since 4. So I need to get this done early tonight and not do too much tonight and just chill out. But yeah, you look at our dealings in the past, all the links and rumours all came around the 11th to the 10th, and then we were scrambling to get players in. I don't think that we're just sat there not doing anything. I think we're ringing up, we're speaking to clubs and trying to see who's available and who we can bring in. It's just that last little bit from Danny to Kevin to Chansiri where it's going the way that we don't want it to. And the problem is, it's not the first time. Let's just remember, it's not the first time DC's done this. We all remembered what we needed in League One when we were about to try and have a push and we nearly blew playoffs. We needed players then. It's not the first time that we've tried to get players in and we've not been able to get them because he said no. The problem is, it's Chansiri's way of doing it, going, you have a summer window and I don't get you anything in January, then it will put us up the creek without a paddle. We know January is tough, but we don't help ourselves. We don't. Danny doing all the work, Chansiri's messing about. It's that whole thing. Until I'm not going to slate him too much until, say, because he might do something. He might get something done and we get a player or two free in with what we need. The issue is that it's too slow. We are too slow on the recruitment side of things when it comes to this. We were fast in the summer, But when it comes to the January, we are too slow. We need to be much faster because if you've got players you're wanting to get, they might have already gone. And that's the issue you've got, because if you are second best to a loan player, you scramble around on deadline day. And Danny doesn't want to scramble around on deadline day. He wants to get things done. Chante does something good and then undoes it by doing something silly instead of keeping or pushing forward. Thing is, we get the right players in. Like, generally, you get the right players in for Danny to make us a bit stronger at the back and maybe a striker. That 3 points might turn into that we need to get. Could be the difference between us just either A, missing out on playoff by about 2 points, or being in playoffs. It's the big difference that you got, because there's a possibility you get something done. I think he might be telling us about selling the club forum or something different. It's a fan forum, mate. People shouldn't be shocked about the fan forum. He got to do one by EFL stuff. Clubs in the EFL, they have to have a fan forum and they have to have a engagement panel. It's just the thing you have to do. If you don't do one, the EFL get a bit angry at it. So he hasn't done one in a while, so he's doing one. I don't think it's about selling, because I'm pretty sure if there was something about selling, we would have heard about it. And it would be too coincident that he's doing that when apparently we might be needing to fund players. Because if that's the case, you then go to February and he goes, oh, well, I'm not selling. It could be a way of going, well, that was my way of not spending any money. Do you remember last January we were linked with striker Michael, but went abroad? Looks like he might be going to Monaco now. He was a good player. He did really, really well. The only reason we couldn't get him is the Austrian club who got him, they're in the Champions League. You can't compete as Championship Football Club, especially at the time when we were bottom of the league, with a club that's in Champions League or going for Champions League. Don't think DC believes in being preempted. Think the whole risk of taking Jordan Rowe scared him. Now he's too cautious in the transfer when it cost us. I agree with that. There could be a bit of that, Steve. Ben Mee out of contract as well. That's a good shout. That can always stay fit as well, Ben Mee at times. The only thing is looking at Danny, 3 out of 4 he brought in last Jan. Worked out well, so I trust Danny. He will come good if Chance lets us bring loans in. I agree. Funny thing is, we've never had a Brazilian player, have we? Yes, we have. Emerson Town. Back in the 90s. Emerson Town, defender. We have a Brazilian player. A lot of the fans in here will say Emerson Town was a Brazilian player. But it was really good centre-back. He was a brick. Kind of player we could do with right now, actually. Not going to lie, we really could do with him right now. Not my era. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. I think that there's a lot that'll say that they won't know it and then go, oh, yeah, I wasn't born yet. And I've seen that happen before where people say we've not had this and then suddenly people go, well, we have, but it's like, they don't know because they weren't born yet. Leave them alone. But yeah, it was like, I think it was late 90s, 2000, I want to say. Emerson Town. Let me have a look. That's the one, aka the wall. There you go. I knew as soon as I say it, I would be like, yeah, 97 to 99. And then he went for Chelsea. Ironically, I think he played in most games at Wednesday as well. Funny that. Hey, sorry, I missed that. My daughter fell downstairs. Oh, I hope your daughter's okay. Daughter's more important. Is she okay? I hope she's okay. I started early, to be fair, Sheila, but make sure your daughter's okay. I hope she's all right. A bit before my time, too. Never heard of him, to be fair. Yeah, 1997 to 1999, we got him from Benfica. A really good player. Really good player. We never really had someone like that since, and I would love to have another little bit of a keeper like that because a defender like that because he was just a brick. Nothing got past him. He was so bloody good. Like generally, he was really good. You could always rely on him. And that's something I don't think we got at the minute. I don't think we got someone at the minute who you can rely on. And the problem is that I think you look at the game before Pompey, we were looking pretty solid and looking decent. You look at games after Pompey, we're having to change stuff and change everything. So it's always interesting. Like what he was a bit like Walker, yeah. Ain't Santa fan, but even so, I'd like to see an English player play in Brazil. That's a comment on one of my videos, like that. Good comment. Comments like that I like. But yeah, I think right now we need someone in central defense who can hold the ball, lead that back line. That's the important thing. The important thing is leading that back line. Our defense seemed to crumble after Fenway was injured. March, Adam. So hopefully March is when he's meant to be back, but it all depends on how quick his rehab goes. Was you wanting Ugbo Tech Pen? Part of me, yeah, was because I think it was good for it would have done it confidence some good if he scored it. And I think the players were, but at the same time, we're not one to say if he was the right person to take it or not, because at the end of the day, it happened. In the end, so strong. Yep. At the end of the day, I know there was people on the list who should have taken the penalties, and the players decided. And Danny Gonny's not going to talk about it because thing is, if Windass or Barry Bannon have missed that penalty, we've been saying the same. Why hasn't Mud taken it? Why hasn't Barry taken it? Why hasn't Josh taken it? Kind of thing. We'd be saying the same thing just because it's Ugbo. Oh yeah, Gwillia. He had played for the club. He played a couple of games last season. I believe he'd done 2 games. They might have been FA Cup games. He had played for the club. Yes. I think it's 2 games he played. But we need to have what's the word? We need to have a backline sorted. Backline needs to sort out. I just hope it went in. I wasn't thinking not. I think there's a lot of people, and the thing is, there's a lot of people who wanted Ugbo in the summer. A lot wanted Ugbo in the summer because of what he did, and it was Danny's big target he wanted, and he got him. How many more players have we been able to possibly get at the value we were looking at? And some people have already said we spent too much money on him, and it's like, but without him last season, we would have been in League One. And it would be a completely different thing because you wouldn't have kept Danny. Danny would have gone. And the thing is, I do worry if Danny doesn't get back and we match his ambition, that Danny teams look at Danny in the summer and we lose Danny and then we're back to square one of building a new team again. And then you're building a new manager, you're building a new philosophy, then you're having to convince players to stay again. He was brilliant last year. I think he'll come good. We just need to be patient. Yep. Big word, that patience and football. It doesn't sometimes go hand in hand, sadly. 34 people watching, 15 likes up people. His value was due to games. Yep. Does anyone remember? I do remember Adam Yates, our old fitness coach. I think the other thing is that you're looking at this market. This market can be very interesting because if you are looking at, say, players who are in the Prem, how many players in the Prem are you waiting for to go and for the Prem club to go and get a player in first before they let them go out on loan? If you're looking in the Premier League market, there's a possibility you're waiting for the Prem club to get their players in first before they can let a player go out. I think close if we had to war with Lee Bullen, Graham Cotland was good. Ugbo just needs a cuff shot and ugly goal. Yeah, just one off his arse will do. Just let it hit his arse. It'll be fine. Adam Yates. Let's have a look. Adam Yates went on. Let me have a look. Yeah, I'll have a look. I'll find out. Adam Yates. Apparently, Adam Yates is still at Wednesday. Apparently, Adam Yates is still there, mate. I think he's still at Wednesday. I think he's still part of the fitness coaching team. I could be wrong. Have a look. Actually, we'll find out. Tom Lee too. Not on the staff left. When did we let him go then? Have a look. Sheffield, Porter, 13 analyst, 13 coach, club doctor, 13 management, 13 for science, fitness coach. Hang on. Unless they under promoted him, hang on. Some time to go down the list. Under 18s. According to this, he's still there. I don't know how. According to this, he's still there. I don't know. Adam Yates, where are you, mate? Have a look. Give me a minute. I'll find him. Richard still playing at 39 Wood. Yeah, he's at Donny. He's at the mighty Donny Rovers. Look. I'll find him. Let's have a look. Off to bed too. Night, Alex. Have a good one, mate. I won't be too long before I'm in bed. Could do another Tony Toms as a trainer at Royal Marine Commando. Went to play with fit on him. Yeah, really could do with one, to be fair. Lord, is he still at Wednesday? But I don't know. Unless he's not on the actual coaching staff. Look. This is 2022. Let me check. Hang on. Unless he got cut later, which could have been the case. It don't matter anyway. I'll find out. I'll find out some other way, mate. Don't worry. Yeah, weird. Oh, well. Anyway. Yeah, I'll be interested what we can get in the transfer window if we can do anything. Like, every time we hear about the transfer window, we keep hearing stuff that it's not good or Danny's said something. The problem is, could we not utilise Palmer more? He's a wealth of experience at back. We could utilise it. But I think the thing is, I think he's being used more as a bit player, and I kind of feel sorry for Palmer because Palmer won that. Probably if Danny's still here at the end of the season, leaves Sheffield Wednesday Football Club, especially because he's only got a year. But it also makes you wonder what happens in the summer, because the summer could be interesting, especially if say we do lose Danny and he goes elsewhere, you've got the possibility of going, hey, we're going to get other people, and then everything changes again. So whoever you keep signed up, maybe, just maybe they are not players that manager will want to keep. So I don't know. Right now, I don't know what the situation will be or how we would go about it, because I don't want to try and think about it as next season we might not have Danny. I kind of want Danny to stay, but if, say, the stuff we're hearing isn't good, you would have to rethink everything. Like, you would have to rethink everything and how everything goes. But we're not there yet. We need to just get players in now and try and get it right. Patrick can play tonight if he needs to start. So, Mithy did something interesting the other day. Well, she did a post saying about how come to watch Daddy play, because they had the little girl with them. It's like, sit on the bench. And it's like, it feels like there might be a bit of frustration in the Patterson household there, because we got a lot of players out of contract in the summer, and it'll need a little bit of a rebuild. Not much, but a little one. Going, mate, I hope you're well. I believe if money comes in, we need to sell. If money comes in, we need to sell if it improves transfer fee. We haven't got the squad to sell, though, Glenn. It's all right you're saying if money comes in. We don't have the squad to sell players. We haven't got the debt to be selling players. Like, generally, what depth have we got if we sell players and we can't replace them? Like, we don't have the squad debt to be selling players. You say hypothetically, you sell Josh Windass. You've now just lost 10 of your goals for the season. Who's scoring goals then? Are you going to just play Smith there? That's the thing you've got. Yeah, but the thing is, Glenn, we've rejected that offer, right? If you sell Josh, you got to be guaranteed that you're getting a player in. We did this last January. We got rid of Joe Byers, Tariq Backinson, because we thought Coventry were coming in. And he went back down south. And we lost him. And then it left us short at the back. The offer for Windass has been rejected. No one knows how much it is, what the offer was, but it's been rejected. Obviously, we don't want to sell. Danny does not want to sell. Danny made a very, very big thing about Josh staying in the summer. I get what you're saying, but if we sell, we don't have the squad there. Unless we got someone coming in straight away who can play Josh's role, we don't have squad. I get what you're saying, but we don't have squad there to be selling players. That's another issue as well. And the thing is, what's annoying me with the whole situation with the Windass thing, they're saying it's a pre-contract. Whereas if he's agreed a pre-contract, like they're saying, why haven't they announced it on the social? Because they can. They can announce it, and we should announce it saying, hey, once Josh contract is done at Wednesday, we'll be signing for Santos. You would announce it. But nothing's been announced. That's what doesn't make any sense. And why would you do a bid for him if you can get him for nothing at the end of his contract? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. Even if you sell Pato, who do you replace him with as that strong? Difficult one. Be nice to, if Pierce and Shea can play together on Saturday, start up both well, get himself a goal against Coventry reserves. I have a funny feeling Shea will be cup tied. I have a funny feeling that Shea might have been told by Southampton, might have been told by to us he can't play in cup games. It'd be nice, but I have a funny feeling they may not want him in the FA Cup. If Josh stays, let's work around his quality then, push on, try and go for the next level. I mean, that's the thing you've got to do. I get what you're saying about selling to bring players in, and I would 100% do that if the bid for Josh was high. If the bid for Josh was about 6 to 5 to 6 million and we could bend that in this January window, I say yes, as long as we could get a like-to-like replacement. I don't want to sell Josh. He's too important. Even at 30, he's our most important senior player, barring Baz. I give Sean a go in the cup. I think that's a cracking idea, Barry. I actually think that's a fantastic idea, giving him a run in the cup, just to give him some 13 football. And I think it needed. I think when he was playing in the cup game beforehand, he was looking decent. And the problem we cover out of said cup, the Carabao Cup. Oh, sorry. Give me cover out the Carabao Cup. We have to do. Let's hope we can extend the contract. I'm sure when Josh's contract got announced, I'm sure I heard something that his contract was a 1-1. So if you don't know what a 1-1 is, a 1-1 is you get one year now, and then there's an option of another year by the club. We did it with Pato and we did it with Marvin Johnson. I wonder if it's the same, a 1-1 deal. Because what's getting me is if we signed Josh to a 1-year contract, why didn't he go to West Brom where he would have had 2 years and he wouldn't be having to be worrying about a new deal at the end of the season? He would be settled and he knows he would have 2 years worth of football. That's the bit that I don't get with the contract thing. Chante would neck the Josh money. That's another worry as well, Alex. Santa wants to swap over a Brazilian wonder kid. That cool too. Yeah. The problem with that one, knowing our luck, we probably wouldn't get the clearance for him. Wonder what back line would look like on Saturday with no defenders left. Probably Palmer, Otabayo and Patterson. I think he'll still play Bernard. Generally, I think he'll still play Bernard. It all depends how Iorphas and Valerie are, because we don't know. It's clear that Josh and Danny are both have the same ambition of taking Wentz to the next level. Oh, yeah, I agree with that. They do have the same ambition, and they both want to do things without... Put it this way, Josh wouldn't have stayed if Danny wasn't going to go. And that's the worry I've got for me. Because if, say, Danny goes in the summer and say it is true that Josh has only got a year contract, we'll lose him for nothing anyway. Kind of thing. But I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I don't know with it. I think the talk about him going over there is, again, the same manager that called it last time in 2023. Did it last time. We wanted him. Didn't get him. The management agency that Josh uses heavily based in South American football. So that's the other thing. They have a lot of pies in South American football. Your guess is a good of mine. Yep. We sorely missed Marv at weekend. That gap Millwall at blower from his weakness. Thing is, Marv needed a rest though. I know what you're saying, DJ, but Marv needed a rest. Because what you got to remember, Marv and Matt Lowe weren't meant to play both at the same time. If you hear to what Danny said in pre-season, they were meant to be interchangeable, i.e. kind of thing. Even if we sell Windass Facility Mullet, if we can't replace him equal or better, we lose prime asset. Definitely not letting him go mid-season. Yeah, that's the thing. If you can't replace him with either better or slightly similar and younger, it could wreck it. Windass, though, was gone in the summer. He did say he even said goodbye to the staff. Don't know where you're getting that from, Alex. He didn't say goodbye to the staff. I think he ended up, if I remember correctly, he said we'll see what happens. He didn't say goodbye to the staff. Windass wasn't gone in the summer. Windass deal was all set to go when he went off to get married, and then something changed in his deal when he got back. He had his deal all sewn up and ready to go when he went to go do his wedding. And then while he was on his wedding, the deal changed all of a sudden. It all changed all of a sudden. And I don't know if it was a chance they removing the goalposts. He didn't say goodbye to staff. He said, I might see you next season, I might not. It wasn't a goodbye. In front, when he fell about March, mate. March, I think he's back. Did Windass talk on Talksport regarding the situation? He did. He basically turned around and said on Talksport, the quote was, when you're in your last year of your contract, you get these talks and stuff like this. Now, here's the thing. He said this before when he hasn't been in last year's contract, but he said he's loving playing his football at the minute. He's loving where he is and he's loving playing his football. And that's the positive. It's the most minutes he played during this time, I think, ever in a Wednesday shirt. So we're managing him better. I think the whole situation with Windass is that every time it comes to it, we have to think of it smartly. Johnson looked tired for weeks. If I can back any idea when he is with him, March is apparently when he'll be back, but that all depends if his rehab goes okay. Ian and Dannington, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. It all depends on what his rehab is. And the problem is it's not the first time Atkins had a big injury like this. And that's the kind of concern. You just hope he don't re-aggravate it. I'd like to see at the weekend versus Coventry, Kabachi. I'd love to see Kabachi get a game. I think he's the kind of player who could really open up some doors for Wednesday if we can start getting playing regular games. And if we can start getting him playing those regular games, say in a Coventry, then fantastic. Like, generally, I think that'd be fantastic. I think Windass will be tempted by an MLS move, but Brazil... MLS, yes. He was tempted by the thing in South America. He did say it will be good to be the first English player to play there. But yeah, I do think MLS makes more sense just because his wife is American. So for her, it will be able to go and see more family a little bit more easier than at the moment where in London and Sheffield, because whenever I think their family come over, they go to London for a bit. Like I said, let's push on and hope Danny gets back in. That's all we can hope for, Glenn. All we can hope for is back in for Danny, and hopefully talk get done. Like if I'm literally Danny, I'm finding out what time his plane comes in, and I'm picking him up and taking him to the Marriott, driving the car and having a conversation with him, or sitting in the back seat while someone picks him up to go, right, I finally got you here. Let's talk business. Let's talk about what's going on. That's the way I do it. Data Kavachi back. He's back because he was in the team 2 games ago. I think he was on the bench. He's back. He's already. I think we're just waiting to get some minutes and load into him. So I'm guessing there'll be a couple of reserve games before he starts. But I think the problem with that, their reserve games don't start back till the 6th. And with the bad weather and the snow, you're probably not going to get it. But the nice thing about the next 2 games coming up, Coventry and Leeds, is that it's a week where there's no games in between. So they can really get going. It was either last season or the season before Santos got, I believe, so they might still be... They got promoted, Barry, this last season. They got promoted back into the big time. I only know that 'cause I've been told that all the time this week. I feel like Kavachi and McNeil at the weekend and Ingles and Charles. That's not a bad shout. I like that. Kavachi, McNeil, Ingles and Charles. That's not a bad shout. If only the table would be top 6 by now, but oh well. The thing is, if we dropped recently we would be top 6. Like, we would be in that top 6 question. With the point we dropped recently. If we had turned those points into 13 points, we would be there. But we're not strong at the back, and that's the issue. But at the same time, we're only 3 points off. We're coming back here positive. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know we had Leeds soon. Yeah, it leads on the 19th. The only saving grace there, Tom, with Leeds is that their keeper crap. That's what I say. Their keeper is absolutely crap. Ian, mate, and thanks for the great contact. I want to say the Millwall game show we have found a way to not lose. The old Wednesday would have lost 1-2. The bodies both well for the future. It does. It really does. All right, and that it really does. But we have to get stronger at the back. As Danny said, he'd rather be taking 1-0 wins and keeping a clean sheet, and that's something that I agree with. Football Heaven was hilarious tonight. All they played trying to make out they were owls. Oh God, good fun that. God, I feel like Corsair. Yeah, give love hearts in the chat for Worko. Worko got the dreaded flu that's going around at the minute. Masaba looked decent past 2 games. He did. He looks like he's having a bit of fun. Wouldn't trust our defense against Leeds though. Get that Gary. Yeah, that's the thing. And it's that Leeds play Leeds are very good at home. That's my worry in that game. That could be another tonking if we're not careful. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But again, a lot can happen in a couple of days. And you've got to remember that league game will come off the back of the fan forum. So that's going to be even more scary. We definitely need we need defensive additions and more than likely a striker or an attacking mid. You smell like one too. It's just flu on steroids. Jesus. Yeah, but it's a bad flu. Everyone's had this flu, from what I can see, and they not enjoyed it. Leave will be all over like add the suits. Just gonna have to be strong. Have a look at where their weaknesses are. We know their weakness is their goalkeeper. Hit shot, try and see what we can do. But we'll see what happens. It's gonna be an interesting game because I got the thing is that I find that it's gonna be interesting how we play and how things go. But at the end of the day, there's only so much we can do to get things right. Ian Sharman, I will be stopping in a minute, I'm afraid, Sharman. I've been going for nearly an hour, but I'll stay a little bit longer because you just turned up. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Could Valerie and Gabe be our goal scoring options at New Warhorse? Well, Valerie went off injured versus Millwall, mate. So we need to make sure he's okay. Before that, he could be though. Very, very much could be. Who was the lad on the car lot that scored that perler at Ellen Road? No, you're asking. Which season? Oh, Markov Matthias. Sorry. Markov Matthias. That one. That got goal of the season. Markov Matthias, the only thing he did for us. Part of the both taking 0-0. Yep. Put a pound on Windac going past Leeds from his own half then. Yeah. Feel sorry for Ugbo. I do, but it is what it is. We've not a lot we can do about. St. Bernard's dog has been sent out into the snowy wilderness to go save Jake at the moment. Yeah. It's all melted now, mate. It's all pretty much gone. Mark, yeah, mate, well remembered. Need to reach Carlisle. Is Reed going to Carlisle? That's a cracking signing. That might actually get them out of trouble. If they get him, that is a cracking signing. That will be a fantastic signing if they got him. Worker get also, mate. I'll teach you to wear the cheerleading. Yeah, it's your own fault for wearing it in snow. Oh, that flip up thing, Matayko. Yeah. another 3 million spent on Matthias, by the way, quality business as usual. He was good business in terms of one for the future. He had bad injury record. He came in with Zhao and they were both looking decent. Carlisle is his hometown, I think. They have also signed. I know they signed Harris. I knew about Harris. Well, the problem is Carlisle are in 24th place in League Two. They are not in a good position. So they need to find some quality kind of thing. They need to find quality. Is that and they got Elliot Emberton as well come in, which was good. They got Callum Whelan join them. They got some decent players coming. Family are all from London, mate. Family are all QPR fans. That's why he went to QPR. His family were all QPR fans. He's originally from Essex Way. A friend of mine was visiting a relative in hospital and didn't think, oh, well, I'll potion for and spread it around anyway. Yep. But at least the very has relative emergency, though, which is good thing. Yep. Carlisle owner Dodgy as verified signing everyone. Yep. Preston signed Gibson. Yeah, it's a good signing. But that money that Preston gave Plymouth, they went and got that Michael Badua we were linked with in the summer. And I think it was a record fee. But the thing is, for me, if they're signing attacking midfielders and they've been a leaky defence, I think it says a lot. Some fairly big EFL clubs at the bottom of League Two, Swindon down there. Well, yep. We lost quite a lot of points at the start of the season while Danny wanted to play out from the back until it adapted to the system. We may adapt again, given the weak back line we have now. You're saying that, but he hasn't really gone away from playing out from the back. We still play out from the back. The difference is we switch it up a little bit more. And the thing is that Danny got a load of stick at the start of the season. But he's shown that he got plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. The amount of different formations and tactics he does is fantastic. I thought QPR fans were missing like unicorns. And yeah. Heard at work at another thing half saw in Daffodil Bowl by accident. He's okay, but the nurse said he won't be out till spring. Somehow he created a bullshit AI when they channel spreading total misinformation. Yeah, I've seen that. The All Wednesday thing is interesting. I have actually seen that. I think DJ put me onto that one before, talking about it. I have seen that before. It's interesting. Does quite good numbers as well. Annoyingly. Little hole forming on part. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, Sheffield Wednesday latest news. I've seen it. Yes, I have seen that one. It made me kind of laugh. That's quite clever. What are those kind of things going? Hey, here's how to make a YouTube channel with not showing your face account. In fact, we may have a difference. The fact we have so many different defense playing have it with defenders and we can't cope with the changes. It's not a case of the changes. It's more the fact that we haven't had a settled back line. We've not had a settled back line. It's not the change in formation. The change in formation is what won us games or got us points. It's nothing to do with the change in formation. It's more the fact that we have not got the cover in defence and we've not had a settled back line. They've shown that they can change formation and be fine, kind of thing. It's not the different formation. The AI Yorkshire accent, though. Yep. I know Santos is a giant, Daniel. I get that. I didn't say in any of my videos they weren't. I said you were a giant club. But like I said in the past, in all the videos I've done, it's very simple. We had this 2 years ago with your manager when he was manager of another club. He's done it once before, and he's just doing it again. Until you do official stuff from your site, it is what it is. Let's see what happened. Frustrating renewal. We're 10th. We're 10th, mate. I think if anyone had given you 10th place at the end of the year, you snapped the fingers off. You snapped the fingers off at the end of the year saying we've been 10th place, 3 points off playoffs. We just need the extra little quality which we might not get to get us to playoffs, and that'll be a shame. My mate reckons Liverpool are going to sign Liam Palmer. Trent looks really bad at the minute. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call that a night. I've got other things to do. I've got to get my bin out as well because it's bin day tomorrow, so I've got to try and get that down. But thank you for watching. Have a good one, guys. Be safe. Look after yourself. Make sure you don't get caught in any snow, and I will speak to you in a good couple of days, aka tomorrow. There'll be a video. Have a good one, guys, and I'll speak to you soon.